As creative entrepreneurs and business owners, one of the most important tools you have in offering your programs and services is the copy you use to communicate your message. So today, we're starting a series on 5 copywriting mistakes that cost your business money and how to avoid them. You're in the right place if you're frustrated. You're feeling like your marketing message is weak and tired and going nowhere. You're struggling with finding powerful words to promote your product or service. And maybe you're confused. You feel like you're spending hours of energy on marketing and you're still not attracting the right clients. If you can identify with this, then you're in the right place at the right time today. Before you begin marketing, before you put a pen to paper or your hands on a keyboard, there are 2 things that you must know, 2 very important things, and you need to know them well. Do you know what they are? Write them down now, and as I reveal the 5 copywriting mistakes in this webinar series, these 2 key elements will come up. So stay tuned. Let's head on to mistake number 1. Mistake number 1 is before writing any content or planning a marketing campaign, a mistake that people often make is not knowing, really knowing, their program, their product, or their service. When I started my business more than 26 years ago, I had a client who, when I started asking him questions about his business, he said, "Deborah, if I could answer that, I wouldn't need you to write this for me." Well, while it might be fun to read people's minds, I'm sorry, folks. Copywriters are not mind readers. You're working as a team, so collaborate. You can check out my blog post. You'll find something there called 15 Essential Things You Must Tell Your Copywriter, and you'll find that really helpful. Okay, so to overcome this mistake, what you need to do to gain a thorough understanding of what your product or your service is to first ask the question, what's the physical product? Now, some people say, well, I'm doing an hour webinar. There is no physical product. But sometimes there are modules or CDs, white papers, or even recordings of live sessions. Next, ask yourself, what's the function of the product? What does it do? What problem does it solve for your clients? What are the benefits that your product performs? Benefits or results are really important, so you'll hear me mention them more than once throughout the series. Next, ask yourself, what's your goal? Do you want to sell more product? If so, how much? Do you want to gain name recognition? Do you want to build your brand and create an image? Perhaps you want to generate leads. Or maybe you're introducing a new program or an improvement of an old one. Then ask, what is the single strongest benefit that harnesses the greatest sales power at a particular point in time? This is what is known as the unique selling proposition. In other words, how will you touch someone's emotions and knock their socks off? Some marketers will tell you to tap into your prospect's pain, but you'll see that image there of buttons, and I call it pushing your prospect's buttons. So while they're reading your content, your prospects find themselves saying, yes, that's me. Yes, this person understands the challenges I face, and I need this product or this program or service. Here's another question to ask yourself. What will your product do for me? Me being your prospect. I want you to list the benefits of your product versus the features. For example, a feature might be that you have a program that has 6 one-hour modules, but the benefit or the result is that this program generates 10 new leads a week. I'd like to take a moment to tell you about the pencil test. If you have a pencil nearby, grab it. If not, just use your imagination and pretend you're holding a pencil. And what I want you to do is to write down the features of a pencil. For example, it has an eraser. Then convert the features into benefits. So the feature is it has an eraser, but the benefit is that you can write stress-free. You don't have to worry about making mistakes because you can always erase them and start over again. Now, the next thing I want you to do is after you've written down the obvious benefits, I want you to stretch your imagination and see what else you can come up with that's not so obvious. When I give this presentation live, we do the exercise in groups, and I find people have a really good time with this one. For instance, when they think outside the box, one benefit that groups have come up with is take that eraser, and for those people who wear earrings, when they lose the back of an earring, they can use the eraser as a temporary earring back. So go beyond the obvious. I do this exercise and I ask you to do it to get your creative juices flowing. So when you sit down and think you can't think of any more benefits, just brainstorm. Don't censor what comes up. Put whatever comes up down on paper. Start with features, convert them into benefits, and then go beyond the obvious. I know it sounds cliche, but think outside the box. Brainstorm with your colleagues or with a mastermind group. Ask for help because it's fun and you'll come up with more ideas than if you just did it on your own. Another question you can ask yourself to make sure you avoid mistake number one is, why should I buy your product over someone else's? What will the buyer of your product expect or perceive that they're getting? And is it worth it? What makes you different? What objections might there be to your product? You might notice in many webinar programs that they offer payment plans to overcome the cost objection. Others might offer replays of recordings to overcome time objections so that listeners can listen at their own pace and convenience. So what we talked about today was mistake number one of the 5 copywriting mistakes and how to avoid them. In the webinars that follow, we'll cover mistakes number 2 through 5. My name is Deborah Jason, and I'm the author of the best-selling book, Millionaire Marketing on a Shoestring Budget. It's available on Amazon, or you can order an autographed copy at millionairemarketingonashoestringbudget.com. I'm also a speaker, a direct response copywriter, and a multifaceted marketing mentor. Marketing and writing with heart, not hype. I speak about the value of building relationships and the art of engagement as they apply to generating leads, attracting happy clients, and networking online and off. I invite everyone who's listening today to get your copy of a free report entitled The Secret to Connecting and Engaging with Your Prospects. You'll find it on my website at writedirection.com. That's W-R-I-T-E, like writing with a pen, writedirection.com. Please feel free to sign up for my newsletter, connect with me on LinkedIn, follow me on Facebook, Google+, or Twitter. And if I can help you in any way, please reach out and contact me. I'll help you head in the right direction.